Greetings. For those who know me, a big howdy. For those who do not, my name is Walt Culbertson. On this day, January 26, 16 years ago, my sons and I lost their mom. Just 1 month earlier, on our 20th wedding anniversary, Deb made me promise I would finish writing the story of her courageous 5-year war with cancer and our American healthcare roulette system, as Deb had coined it. A journey that had started in the office of an oncologist on the day of our 15th wedding anniversary. A journey of medical miracles connected by disastrous healthcare meltdowns. For the next 14 years, I struggled mightily to fulfill my promise, even while I watched healthcare grow continually ever more fragmented and costly from my perch as a healthcare insider and patient advocate. So on this day in 2019, with my promise to Deb still ringing in my ears and heart, and the accumulation of all the lives and the stories of friends, family, and others I have tried to help over the years, I decided it was more than time for me to live up to my promise. And for the rest of 2019, through teeth-grinding dreams, memories, my notes, and boxes of Deb's medical records and insurance statements, and the start of a manuscript, I was honored to have Stephen King's first editor, Michael Garrett, review and edit in the fall of 2005. I relived it all again. And on Deb's birthday in August 2020, amid such devastating loss for so many others, Miracles and Meltdowns was published with little fanfare. A cautionary educational opportunity for you and your doctors, dissected through Deb's journey with what we learned then and what I've learned since about healthcare in America. But still, I did not really deliver on what Deb wanted from this promise, and that is the purpose of this outreach to you, that others would learn from what we lived and learned the hard way, for all of us to then ask ourselves, our doctors, and our leaders the same question Deb asked of me: why does healthcare hurt so bad? I spent that last year with my wife, critically ill with brain cancer, trying to divorce me because she got it in her head, no matter what I said, that if she did so, the medical bills would magically go with her. That her sons and husband would escape the same fate that befell her mom and sisters 4 decades earlier, when Deb was the same age as our sons, and her father died of the same disease and the same progression. Deb said over and over during her battle that in all the years since she lost her father, healthcare never got any damn better. Well, my friends, in so many respects, healthcare has not gotten any damn better. Only more complex, more hurdles, more cost, more healthcare roulette. How many Americans are learning right now the hard way what they didn't know about healthcare in America? Americans who until recently thought they were invincible and didn't need to worry about the escalating cost and complexity of healthcare, even as they themselves have heard all the horror stories over the years from friends, family, and colleagues. Healthcare roulette had not happened to them yet. Step up to the table as we did in 2002. At this spin of the wheel, in exchange for the opportunity to be in the health plans network, the hospital must take over $43,000 off their almost $57,000 list price. On this spin, you win and pay nothing because you already met your deductible for the year. But it's craps for the hospital, as the health plan pays them just $13,500. Now, if you roll up into the hospital with the wrong insurance or no insurance, the bill is easy. You won't pay the $13.5 grand the insurance company did. You will pay either $46 grand out of network or $53 grand out of pocket, with, of course, that nice 5% cash discount. As I share in one of Miracles and Meltdowns case studies, imagine, my friends, if the grocery store worked the way that healthcare does. Just 1 year later, with the same hospital, same doctors, same insurance company, and health plan, that's exactly what happened to us as we stepped up to the table again. But at this spin of the healthcare roulette wheel, the hospital is still in network, but the medical group working inside the hospital that had been treating Deb for years did not renew their contract with the insurance company just when a 5% chance of anything going wrong surgery went terribly wrong and the initial surgery failed, and Deb had 3 months of the battle of her life after she was given MRSA. Deb would call it death by 1,000 claims. While we still have yet to see how the new No Surprises Act will impact emergency medical bills, or, as the NPR summed it, likely to have unintended consequences, which is never a good diagnosis for we the patients. It would not have impacted our situation or that of millions of others who find themselves each year caught in the middle of ever-shifting and complex contractual arrangements between healthcare providers and insurance companies. It would not have prevented all those times that Deb's or your loved one's care was denied or delayed, while doctors appeal to insurance companies about what is or isn't medically necessary. At the end of Deb's life, the final and ultimate cut was having her hospice care denied as not medically necessary. Care prescribed for her patient by her oncologist, who had been treating her for over 4 years. After a month of appeals, hospice was only approved for a single month. That notice arrived in the mail the day those services expired, January 26, 2006, which meant we would have had to start the appeal process all over again had Deb not passed away that morning. What makes Miracles and Meltdowns unique is not just that these things happen to Deb, because sadly similar events occur every day to countless Americans, but uniquely, Miracles and Meltdowns retells an insider's perspective of what happened to a couple who through their life, love, and career participated in the very complexity evolution of the healthcare system they themselves got trapped in. At the point that Deb and I first heard those two words, "I'm sorry," we thought we knew everything there was to know about healthcare. I joined the Navy right out of high school with dreams of becoming, of all things, a maxillofacial surgeon, but found computers going to college at night. After my tour of duty, I wrote one of the first-generation network practice management systems in the early 80s, which is how you will read Deb and I first met. I was at a medical convention the spring of '83 exhibiting my system, and Deb was a tall, leggy, blue-eyed blonde booth draw for a copy supply company nearby. And the rest, as they say, was history, including Deb becoming integral to helping support provider practices. Compared to the doctors that I work with today, it is an extreme understatement to say that things were so much simpler back then. Today, doctors have as many staff in the front office as they do the back office, and they are still buried in administrative delay and efforts unrelated to patient care. Again and again and again, this evolved complexity was an underlying enabler to many of Deb's healthcare meltdowns, as you will read. During the 90s, I switched to the other side of the fence, working for insurance companies, designing and implementing claims and data exchange systems. Those insurance company operations paled in comparison to the thousands upon thousands of workers needed today, along with data centers that would make NASA proud. All of this complexity, not to deliver patient care, but for doctors and health plans, all of that scale and all that cost being redirected from care to merely process the bills from care. Administrative cost now account for 1 out of every 3 American healthcare dollars spent. And that is without even factoring in all of the downstream cost from administratively delayed care. 4 decades after my career got started, healthcare has arrived at a place where our doctors are spending as much time accounting for care as they are delivering it. Of all the comments from those who have read Miracles and Meltdowns, including writer and producer Elizabeth Ridley, who I was so blessed to have as my editor and counselor of words, and Dr. Jerry Williamson, who I was honored to have penned the foreword, and all of the advanced review readers whose insights are inscribed at the start of Miracles and Meltdowns, the one uniting comment was what a love story it is. The fabric wrapped around and through a difficult and multifarious healthcare journey. So yes, read Miracles and Meltdowns for the love story, including our courageous sons and the bond of 2 furry family members, Mick, who we lost in 2002, and as Deb was insistent on immediately getting another, the adventures of Deb's Cody Bear, aka Biscuit Butt, who Deb helped raise and spoiled rotten from a pup through the rest of her battle. Take in and laugh, as some readers noted, of the many lighthearted moments, such as Deb's interpretation of her hero Oprah's bacon diet plan, which I think of every time I smell bacon to this day. But also take in the educational journey. Learning opportunities, analyzing Deb's statements and claims are sprinkled throughout Miracles and Meltdowns. Knowledge and determination I try to pass on to you. Once enlightened, if you are not already at the start, I hope you will join me in making 2022 the year we all start asking our leaders in Congress and in healthcare the real question that needs to be addressed, especially given year after year of skyrocketing employer premiums and out-of-pocket costs, and Medicare projected to become insolvent in just 3 to 5 years. Not how much more can we afford to spend on healthcare, but why are we already spending so much? Why does healthcare hurt so bad? I'll close by thanking you for listening. I'd love to hear from you after you read Miracles and Meltdowns. Please take the time to leave me and others your thoughts with a review on Amazon. Be well, be blessed, be engaged. Join me at changehealthcarenow.org. Thank you.